Whether you're a professional photographer or an amateur who likes to take pictures of your vacation spots, here are 5 surefire, easy ways to make your photography more fun. I've been photographing for 4 decades, and I assure you that these tips will last you a lifetime. So here we go. Focus on the process, not the results. Look at it this way. Unless you're shooting for a client, the purpose of you going out and taking photos is to have fun. If the photos you produce are great, then that's an added bonus. If the photos just suck, well, that's part of the process. If you want to improve, just study what went wrong and think about what to do differently next time. Here's a sports analogy. Let's say you go see a sporting event in person because you enjoy sports. Sure, you want your team to win, but if your team doesn't win, are you going to stop attending in person? If you really like sports, you're going for the competition, the excitement, or the suspense. If you're a happy sports fan, the outcome is a bonus, but your overall, general level of happiness is not dependent on the outcome. Think of it that way with photography too. Buy gear only to expand your photographic capabilities. Many YouTubers say, just use the gear in your pocket, because buying additional gear won't make you a better photographer. This is only partially correct. If you want to photograph sports or wildlife, for example, you need a zoom or telephoto lens and a camera with decent autofocus. If you want to get into fine art photography and want to make huge black and white prints to hang on your living room wall, well, you need a camera with a reasonably high resolution. An iPhone or point and shoot probably won't do it. If you want to learn and master the exposure triangle, that's ISO, shutter speed, and aperture, you need a camera that lets you assume manual control over the settings so that you can experiment and learn how they all fit together under various lighting conditions. It is true that buying new equipment won't make you better automatically. You need to learn what the equipment can and cannot do for you, and you still need to work on improving your fundamentals irrespective of the gear you own. Tip number 3, mobility. Ever get bored doing the same thing over and over again? Then why would you be happy if you take the same photos over and over again in the same place? For me personally, this is the tip that most resonates. Throughout my life, I have strived to photograph as many different places and subjects as often as my schedule and my wallet permit. The key is mobility, to go different places and try new things. If you live in a big city, you could walk to a new neighborhood, or take a bus somewhere, or a train, or a boat, or a tractor, or a truck, or a stagecoach, maybe even an F-16. The point is to get moving and keep it fresh. Go to a different neighborhood, go to a different city, go to a small town, go to the countryside. Just go out and get lost. Now, I get it when people say they don't have the time or the money to travel. Okay, if that's the situation, then you have to get a little bit more creative, economize, and find new subjects as best you can. Maybe it means staying around home for a while, saving up over time for a trip, and foregoing new gear so that you can instead pay for a new experience. Many YouTube photography channels emphasize the need to develop your own style, focusing on a specific type of photography. That might be useful if you want to brand yourself, but I would ask the same question I asked for tip 3. Why would you want to take the same type of photo over and over again? I instead would advocate developing more than one style and pursuing more than one type of photography. Experiment. Try to get good at multiple things. Maybe that means street photography and landscapes, or street photography and architecture, or color and monochrome, or portraits, whatever. The number of possibilities is almost endless. Go in different directions, even if you don't know the destination. Yes, you may want to present yourself professionally to the outside world as an expert or master of one thing or another, but I think on a personal level, you'll be happier and more stimulated if you can diversify what you can do and work on many different photographic pursuits rather than just one. Share your photos, but pay no attention to numbers. I'm all for sharing photos with family and friends, and it allows those close to you to sharing your joy of photography. And there's almost nothing better than seeing someone's face light up when you give them a photo as a present, even if it's just a digital JPEG. The problems begin when you start worrying about anonymous views and likes on Instagram or other social media. You ask yourself, why did my beautiful landscape get only 5 likes, whereas this photo of a butt got 50,000? The alternative, not sharing with anyone at all, is not desirable, because then you're cutting off your photography from the rest of the world. Getting input from your family and friends, and even from strangers, well, that's a way to be accountable for your photos, and sometimes it's a great way to get suggestions for improvement. So I recommend you continue to share, but don't worry in the slightest about the numbers. Well, that's really all the advice I got for now. I hope you'll consider these tips because I really do believe that they are the key to photographic happiness. Please do hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.